Hey guys, it's Emma here. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. So on all my social medias, my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, they'll be linked in the description. I asked you guys I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and you guys have asked me about 40 questions, and it's amazing. I did this because obviously if you knew, my comments have been switched off because of YouTube, and I have loads of other videos. I'll link the playlist in the description box if you want to go and check those videos out. But I really missed your comments, so I thought I would do a Q&A so you could ask me some questions about anything you want. So let's go. This one's by Rex Walden. You clearly love your Narrowboat life, but are there any things that you miss about living in a house? Probably the only thing that we kind of miss living in a house is the bath. It's kind of nice after you've had like a busy day or something, you can just relax in a bath. That's kind of something I kind of miss. The bath is just like, oh, it's so amazing. But yeah, there's nothing actually that much left. Obviously in a boat it's more stressful. With everything, you have to think about water and just that kind of stuff. In the house you don't have to worry about that stuff, but you did have to obviously worry about your separate things in a house. But yeah, the bath is the only thing we miss. This one's by Lee Bruner. It is rather stinky you to remove the comments. I'm sure they'll be back. My question, sadly we've had several family deaths in the past year. Fortunately we all live fairly close together. Has being on a boat kept you away from any event due to distance/speed? Well, when I was a smaller kid, my granny and granddad, I was really close to them, and they died a few years ago. So we would have never actually done the Narrowboat life if they were still alive today, because my mum did take care of them. So once they died, we thought we would really like to travel and experience more things. So that's when we decided we want to live an off-grid life and travel around. But yeah, I definitely have had a few deaths in my life, but definitely the Narrowboat life has really helped with that. This one's by Dawn Louise. Their channel's called Archer Adventures, and I'll put their links in the description because their channel's really cool, and she is so sweet. She loves my channel, so I want to say a big thank you to her because she's just really cute. Do you think you'll always live on a narrowboat, and what future job would you like to have? To live on a narrowboat, I definitely think we would always want to live on one. I don't think we'd ever want to live in a house. Maybe in a few years, once we start traveling less and want to settle down somewhere, maybe thinking of getting a small wood and a van. So because we knew we could never really live in a van, just on a van on its own with 5 dogs. So that's why having a boat and a van and a small wood would actually be a pretty good idea, so it wouldn't be as cramped for the dogs. But yeah, definitely we would always want to live on a narrowboat and always want to live off grid and never really want to go back in a house. And my future job, again, something, YouTube is like a job to me, and it's like amazing. And if I did want to have like another more job, I think I'd want to help people with their social medias and small businesses start up the social medias, because I love anything social media-y, YouTube-y, that kind of thing. So that's kind of like I want kind of like a social media job. So this question's by Cat Denza 14. Would you recommend the Narrowboat lifestyle to others who are interested? Definitely would recommend it. If some people don't like the hard work of the narrowboat, I don't think I'd recommend it as much. People that kind of want to just travel more and don't mind the hard work of it, because obviously doing locks, and especially if you're a continuous cruiser, it can get quite hard, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So definitely I would recommend it to someone if they wanted a lifestyle change and not to live in a house anymore. But yeah, definitely would recommend it. So next question is by Ivan. Hiya, it seems YouTube is done to this old channel to the young people under 18 in the video. Complain loud and clear, young lady, it is not right. Now my question, do you follow any other narrowboat channels? I'm starting to wonder if I should think about, even though I'm disabled. Well, I am going to be doing a video on narrowboating disabled and giving you information from the CRT. So that video will definitely be coming soon. So if you want more information on that. We try and follow all the Narrowboat YouTubers, and they're all really cool, awesome, and the Narrowboat YouTuber community is so nice. When I had a problem with my SD card, some of the Narrowboat YouTubers helped with that, so I want to say a big thank you to them, and they're just really nice. So the next question is, yet another canal adventure. Hi Emma, here's our question to you. As you've been living abroad for a while, is there anything you would like to change about your boat? We'll let you decide if you want to answer this in a hypothetical way or practical way. Looking forward to seeing a vlog. So what would we change to our boat? Probably not that much. The only thing I would like to change is the sofa. We have this really cramped little like perchy seating area, and it's kind of really uncomfortable. I think we wouldn't, if we wanted to change it, would maybe get some pillows and maybe change the cushions. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I'd want to change, and maybe probably in a few years what we'll have to change is the engine. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I'd want to change about this boat. This one's by Minimalist. They also have a YouTube channel, so I'll put the links in the description because their channel is really cool. What do you think the best thing about being a continuous cruiser are, and what is the hardest? The best thing about being a continuous cruiser is being able to move all the time, not having to stay in one spot, and being able just to see new places. And the dogs especially love it because they get new smells all the time, and that's one of the best things about it. And the hardest thing is probably when I maybe meet new friends or something and I have to move on, and yeah, and the locks are quite hard, especially when it's rainy or they're really big or hard locks. But yeah, definitely I would rather do continuous cruising any day. Also, it's you have to find out the information, because if you just go straight ahead and you don't really know what's up ahead, you have to plan things. So you have to look ahead if there's shops or water or bins. So you definitely there's a bit more stress about it, but it is just definitely way more fun. Next one is by Pete Morris. Are you going to do a calendar of your photos a year on the canal, winter, spring, babies, birds, animals, etc.? Definitely, I will definitely do that, about all the babies and the life on the boat. Definitely think about that very soon. Next one is by Lan Briscoe. Hi Emma, I know you are homeschooled, but does your mum set any kind of exam so she can see how your education compares to traditional school children? My mum doesn't really do that. We have online things, so I'm using EdPlace right now, and I do book work. So I don't, in a year, maybe a few years, once I start to do GCSEs and exams, I'm going to be doing those, and maybe I want to go to college soon. Online EdPlace is actually quite good because you can see how I'm doing and what I struggle with. This one's by N1 Blue. Where to next, Emma? Well, probably we're gonna, after the Ashby, we're maybe gonna go up the Coventry and just see what's ahead. Plans may change, we don't really know what's gonna happen, but definitely probably go up the Coventry soon. This one's by Catherine and Kevin Narrowboat Seaglass. Do you get any chance to meet people of your own age, or do you ever get lonely? I definitely get to meet people on my own age. On the Kent and Nathan, I met this girl that lived on a Y-beam, and she was really nice. So once we moved from her, it was kind of nice. I still stay in contact with her a little bit, and then I do have online friends, and I still do stay in contact with some friends from home. So yeah, I don't really generally get lonely because the Narrowboat community is actually really nice. Even though they may not be kids, they are really nice, and they're always there to help you with anything. And yeah, I generally don't really get any loneliness. This one's by Patrick and E9. Do you like being homeschooled, and is there anything you miss about conventional schooling? I definitely love homeschooling. I wouldn't change it for anything, and I don't think there's anything I miss about school, because I got a bit bullied and it was really stressful for me, and I just wasn't learning. So being homeschooled definitely was really good for me, and it was so amazing, and I wouldn't change it for anything. This one's by Daniel Chapsky. How many times a day do people ask you why aren't you in school, and have there been memorable answers you've given? But obviously when we first started, people have asked a little bit, but they're always really interested in it, and we've never had some sort of weird, like, a shoppy person about it. Yeah, so we've never really had a big problem about it. Maybe first few months about it, we've had a few questions, but like after a year or so, we haven't really had any questions. Next one is by Tony Potter. Do you presently see yourself always on a boat or later in life, or is there an adventure for today? Definitely I would always want to live on a narrowboat, and maybe in a few years we'd want to buy maybe a van and a wood to stay in, but definitely I think we'd always live an off-grid life and on a narrowboat. So this one is by On a Whim. The question: are you in a club, in any clubs, groups, extra that you meet people you like most, but most importantly do you not like but you have to get on with? So there's always a compromise on the boat. If you don't like mooring next to somebody, you can just move on, but definitely the boating community is generally just really nice, and we generally don't really have any problems. The next one is by Douglas W. Squire. Have you tried using a body mount or a head strap with your GoPro? I've actually heard of them, and I definitely may try them in the future. This one's by John Rose. Not a question but a comment. I would add about your recent video. I find them so much easier to watch now that you take things more steadily and thinking about your shots in advance. Thank you. I definitely have got much better. One of my worst videos I've ever done is that we bought a narrowboat. That was a tour of our boat, and that was the first day I ever we bought the boat, and I was nut job excited, and I just like was bringing the phone around like a mad person, just like filming everything, and it actually makes me feel sick when I watch it. So if you don't watch that video is just awful. It's one of the worst videos I've ever done, but I definitely have learned to take it more slowly, and with my GoPro it's like has a stabilization setting, so it definitely does make my things more steady. And thank you. Next one is by Chris Roldwald. Are you going to introduce us to all your dogs, or is your strategy just to drip feed us? I have done already 2 videos of my dogs, but I decided that I'm going to just do one whole video of bits of information about them, and not just episodes. I just think it'll be a bit quicker, and you get to see all the dogs now, so that will be definitely happening in the next few weeks. Next one is Andrew J. Penwright. Are you enjoying life on a narrowboat and being on the move? Definitely, it's one of the best things I've ever done, and I would have never changed it for anything, and it's just really fun. Next one is by Rom Simpson. I love to see more of your photos. One of my hobbies is shooting wild creatures with my big old Canon. Got some great shots over the years. Yes, I definitely really like my photography, and there'll be loads more of the photos. I do have a Redbubble shop, so if you want to go and check that out, the link will be in the description. I have some photos, and one of my best ones, I'll put it here. That's when a swan nearly pecks my phone. So yeah, I'm definitely love photography, and I will be sharing it more with you. Next one is by Kerry Miles. I love your updates and sharing a small part of your life with us. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Next one is by Jack McKee. Please tell us about the narrowboat details on the length, the beam, that kind of stuff. I will be doing a video on that very soon, about all the details and what a narrowboat costs, so that video will be coming very soon. So this one's by Roger Turley. What's your favourite thing about living on a narrowboat, and what do you wish you could change? My favorite thing about living on a narrowboat is moving all the time and all the wildlife around. My favorite birds are swans and baby moorhens, and they're just so cute, and definitely the wildlife and just moving around all the time is one of my favorites. And the thing we'd want to change again is probably the sofa, because it's not that comfortable, but we generally just sit on the bed sometimes. This one's by Stefan Lang. Just keep up with the good work, and you'll continue to enjoy. Oh, and more cooking vlogs. Definitely more cooking vlogs will be coming soon, and thank you. This one's by Andrew Patterson 104. What mooring is your favourite mooring, and which canal is your favourite so far, and why? Our favourite mooring was probably the first mooring we ever did after we came at the marina. That was the 130 bridge, and it was so special to us. And there was also on the Thames, there was Pangbourne Meadow, there was Wallingford, there was Abingdon. One's was definitely one of the favourite moorings. We've had so many. Thrupp, Rugby was actually quite nice, so you definitely have had a bunch, but those ones are really, really special. And the favourite canal probably so far is probably the Oxford, and especially the South Oxford. South Oxford was really pretty, and it was just so nice. The last one is Hollywood Guy Hollywood. Emma, what exactly do you have in equipment? Computers, iPads, phone, cameras, mic, extra. Your stuff really looks good. The things that I have a GoPro Hero 7, I have an iPhone, I have a Canon EOS 4000D. My GoPro has such good audio, it actually doesn't need a microphone. I also have a tripod. It's called a, hang on, Cobra Actually, Narrowboat Journeys gave this to me. I'll put his channel link in the description because his channel's really cool. Yes, that's all the, yeah, I think that's all the equipment I have. I don't have that much. Oh, and I also have a MacBook Pro that I edit my videos on with iMovie. I also have just a little cheap microphone that I do my voiceovers with. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you liked all these questions. I want to say a big thank you to anybody that asked the questions. It was so fun answering them, and it was actually one of my first Q&A videos, so this was really cool and fun. So yeah, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do a video. And go on all my social medias, my Patreon, and my Gmail, thenarrowgirl@gmail.com, if you have any suggestions for me. So yeah, see you later. Bye!